And Lynn. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming along. Hello. Thanks for coming along tonight. So tonight I am going to make biryani style rice, and it uses several of our modes on our TM6, so that's pretty exciting. One step I'm going to do, I'm going to cut short because I've got the two machines. I'm actually going to, one of the steps is doing the eggs in the egg boil mode. So I'm actually going to do that with the other machine so that cuts out, 10 minutes of our time. All righty. So let's start with the eggs. So I'll put them on so I don't forget. So egg boiler mode. So we've got all our modes here. So if you actually want to read the instructions, you just press the little I on the screen and it says place 2 to 6 eggs in, cold from the fridge, put up to a litre of water, so the litre mark in the bowl, and then choose how you want your eggs. So I'm going to do that. So all we do is we pop them in the bottom of the bowl, because the blades don't actually move for this mode. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour. Now I've got my 4 eggs in. I'm going to pour until the water gets to the litre mark. There we go. And then the recipe actually says put it on medium, but I like my eggs how I like my eggs. So I'm actually going to choose hard. And then away it goes. So it's going to take about 20 minutes. And that's the other reason that I put it on now. So we'll let that go and do its thing. And we'll move this over to here and get the rest of the recipe going on. Has anybody made biryani before?
No.
And don't, no? Oh, awesome.
No.
Oh, you'll love this one. This is a great recipe, this one. So I have actually popped it into my week. And hubby thinks he's going to make bread and butter pudding tomorrow. So biryani style rice. So same with all recipes, photo at the start of the recipe, picture at the end. And we've got all our steps and all our stuff ready to go. Let's turn that. All right, start cooking. So 3 garlic cloves. So I've got 3 big ones, as you do. Next, 2 centimeters of ginger. So I've peeled that with my teaspoon and just chopped it into bits. Insert measuring cup. So 5 seconds, speed 7. And it doesn't actually let me go past 7. Now, to stop the chiming, you can actually press the button, press the screen, or press next. So that says transfer into a bowl. So there's our couple of seconds garlic and ginger. So I always scrape around the bowl. You can see that. I feel like I get more bang for my buck from my spatula. There we go. And there's our stuff. Next, 20 grams of oil of choice. Of course, mine's always just ye olde extra virgin olive oil. So I tip full tilt until about 5 grams before so if I need 20 grams, I pull up at 15 because the last 5 grams are still going into the bowl. There we go, exactly 20 grams. Oops. All right.
Love that.
I know. Damn it. So yeah, because I actually I've just got two bottles, and I actually buy the tin to refill up. So it's the lid's pretty old. So 1 brown onion cut into wedges. So what I actually do, it says 3 to 4 centimeters of wedges, but I cut it into really thin slivers because we're about to brown our onion, and I want it to, like, all of the onion to get on the heat. So I cut it into thin slivers and then break it up. And I just find that gives a better result. And of course, you know, it's always about quality with our food. And it takes an extra, 30 seconds, minute to cut it a little bit thinner. So without the measuring cup. So we're going to saute. So pop that on there. Next, so 1 minute 30 at 120 degrees. And then I can actually just preview all the next steps as well. There we go. Okay. And go back to 9, because I was just wondering why it did 120 rather than any hotter. But that's because all we've got in there is our oil, and it just wants to heat it up. So we can see our temperature above has already hit 60, and our lights have turned red. So it actually does heat up really quite quickly. All right. And then our egg boiler, those lights are red as well. So it's cracking along. It's got 14 minutes left. All right. So I have actually tried, so we're going to use the rice cooker mode tonight as part of a recipe. And I've actually found that the rice cooker mode within a recipe, such as this one, the biryani rice, or the jeera rice, so Jeera rice, just beautiful. But I have found that just cooking normal plain rice, I use the boiled rice recipe, which actually cooks it in the basket on speed 4. I get a better result from that than just doing the straight out rice mode. So next, 250 grams of chicken thighs, cut into cubes. So I've done that. 227, close enough. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. As always, I've milled my own salt. There's 1/4. And then 1/4 of pepper. So same thing, and I need to mill some more pepper soon. There we go. And then next, make sure the chicken is distributed evenly. So next time I might even cook it a little bit longer with the onion. I'll just show you there, because a minute and a bit was just touching it. So it all depends on how you like your onion as well. Next, place the splash guard on. So because we're using our max heat function, we put our splash guard on. So for a lot of the time, the MC is on. But when you're using max heat, the splash guard goes on. There are a lot of times above 95 degrees and other times when you put the basket on. And then there's other times where you put the varoma on top. So each different item has a different use. And we just need to use them each in the ways that they're specified. So 5 minutes, going to go to max heat, which on this one is 160 up to 160 degrees. And because this is a mode, anytime there's a mode, I only need to turn this dial 1 click. I don't need to dial it all the way around. I just need to go one click. And what happens with the max heat mode is that it will stir it and then it will heat from the base with the blades stopped. So they've stopped right now. It will heat, it will stir a little, it will heat. So as soon as it gets to 60, so it's already gotten to 60 in 20 seconds. So it's quick and it's hot and it is browning our meat. Okay, and then our eggs have 11 minutes to go, which is great. Does anybody have any questions so far? No?
Lynn's actually having trouble. She's got no sound, so I'm trying to help her.
Oh, okay, yep.
So she's gone off, but I'll see if I can get her back on again.
Oh, okay, no worries, no problem. Oh, good. Yeah, don't want her to miss out. Yeah, so we've got 3 minutes 53. We've got 10 minutes, so that is bubbling away. Now, the other awesome thing, I will bring the camera up, about our MC is that you can actually point, now that it's stopped, oh no, there we go. You can actually point the steam in the direction that you want it to go. I'm not sure if you can really see that, which is especially helpful if you've got, all right, pop it back in, when you've got overhead cupboards and stuff like that. There we go. All right, let's put that back there. So 3 minutes to go. So what else have I done? I actually found these gorgeous little, it said 2 tomatoes, but I found in Woolies, they've got at the end of the aisle, they've got all those gorgeous little tiny tomatoes. So I grabbed a bunch of those and chopped them up. So I thought that'd be an interesting bit of color in my biryani. Cooking along. I will grab the links and I'll also show you, let me share screen for a minute because I want to make sure that you can see. So this biryani rice is actually in one of the latest collections. So if I go back to explore, and there's all the gorgeous little tomatoes there, I'm going to scroll right down to the bottom. And so these are some of the new collections, comfort food in the cast iron pot and the baking bread in the cast iron pot. And then we've also got up the top, I'll go slowly, latest recipes. And one of the latest recipes is our biryani style rice, which is pretty cool. So what happens when you have your TM6 in Australia, you automatically just have the Australian recipes to start off with. So that's about 3,000 recipes. What you can do is come up either on the app or in the website here, come to your profile, and then come down to your filter preferences and update your filter. And you want to update that filter to have English and then country all. So then we've got access to the American recipes, American, Canadian, British, some Malaysian ones, some Swiss ones, just basically any recipe that's in English. And so then you get about 10,000 recipes to find rather than just the 3,000 that are in Australia. Okay, so let's go back to explore. What else we got? So I love most cooked, especially on a Monday, because on a Monday, it's what people have cooked over the weekend, and 9 out of 10 times there's at least 2 or 3 cocktails every Monday. So by Friday, and so of course you got waffles and American style pancakes. So obviously that's what was cooked over the weekend. By Thursday and Friday, normally got are all like very sensible food. Has been most cooked during the week. It's just on Mondays normally where we've got our cocktails and stuff going on. All right, so next, scrape down the sides, and I'll take this off and show you. Oh, hang on, I need to stop sharing first so you can see. There we go. That looks pretty good. Not much scraping needs to be done. And then next, so two fresh tomatoes, approximately 300 grams. Let's see how close I got. I'm guessing it's not 300 grams. Oh, only 80. Let me just grab, because I want lots of tomato. Let me just grab. I actually have another tomato, so. Oh, that wasn't in the instructions. That's all right. So I've just got a boring old tomato to fill it up. That's all right. Needed to be used anyway. But yeah, I love looking at those little tiny tomatoes lately at Woolies, thinking what I can use them for in little salads and stuff. All right. So what we've got there. Whatever I've got, we'll have to do. 200, close enough. All right. Next, 20 grams of tomato paste. So I buy this one, and normally I would put the date on the top when I stick it back in the fridge. A little bit more. There we go. And then I have, so the Kashmiri chili, you actually buy that from the Indian grocer. There's quite a lot of them around now. It's a different, it's not like normal chili powder. It's got a beautiful taste to it. Then we've got half a teaspoon of turmeric. So every time that you use turmeric or things like that, your lid, not sure if you can see it, but that is actually tinged green. Once it's tinged green from turmeric or curry powder, I actually just pop it outside in the sun. So in summer, it's about half an hour. In winter, it's about an hour. And it turns black again. Half a teaspoon of cumin. So I need to do that again. And also with your butterfly, if your butterfly goes green as well, same thing, pop it outside in the sun. A teaspoon of coriander. So has everybody found that they've got an absolute pile of spices in the cupboard now?
Sure do, but I use them.
Hey, oh yeah, oh yeah. Half a teaspoon of pepper. A teaspoon of salt. I love all the great flavors that we get to use these days. So reserved chopped garlic and ginger. Use that. Next, so without measuring cup. So 2 minutes 30 on 120 degrees. Reverse is already on, and it's going to be slow stir. So there we go. There we are, and we've got 2 minutes left on our egg boiler. So the egg boiler instructions say, put it into your basket and cool it off with cold water straight away. I like to not cool mine too much because I actually like to crack the shells before it cools down fully. I just find I get a better result. And what I do is I actually crack the largest base. I crack the base and then take off the shell, and normally I get a great result from that. But we'll see today because I'm on camera. We'll see how we go. As always, not everything works out when you've got a camera on you. Okay, so 23 seconds to go. And then what I'll do is I'll take it round and rinse it in the sink, and I'll come back and I'll show you. So it's got about 10 seconds left. I'll show you that's our egg screen. There we go. Then I'll just put it back to here.
Lynn, Lisa,
Yeah.
Lynn is trying to log on again on her.
Yeah, I've just
computer.
popped her in.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our eggs done. And I'll be back in a second. So I'll just cool them down a little. And we'll see how far my bravado gets me. I'll just use a plate. There we go. That there. I'll just wait for this to finish and do the next step, and then I'll do the eggs. All right, so next, place simmering basket into the mixing bowl. So I've already done that and weighed my rice in. So it says weigh in the rice. Then rinse the water till it, rinse the rice till it's clear. So I've already done that. And then 550 of cold water. So we've still got the chicken and the onion and all the spices in there. So it's going to cook everything and the rice all together. There we go. So next, add the rinsed rice into the bowl. Into the bowl. So just make sure that you follow the instructions because some of the rice dishes have the rice in the basket. Some of the rice dishes have the rice in the bowl after you've rinsed it. You just need to really make sure that you've read which one it is so that there's no unfortunate disasters occurring. Okay, add the rinsed rice, stir with a spatula. There we go. And then next, through the hole in the mixing bowl, add cinnamon quill, 10 green cardamom pods. So I've got them. Oh, crushed, right. So that's 6, 9, 10. So I'm just going to use the bottom of the spatula, you can see there, just to, so they don't need to be fully crushed, just a little bit broken up so that the flavour can come through. Right, keep that off, pop that in. and then place the simmering basket on top. There we go. And then next, so you can see our rice cooker mode symbol there. So it doesn't show a time right now. So what I'll do is, like I said before, it's a mode. So it's just one click of our silver button and away it goes. It works out how much is in there and away it goes. So that's 30 minutes. There we go. And let us peel our eggs. So the fatter bottom, just crack that. And then, so the eggs are quite hot though, still. I might just squish it a bit. To get it going. Yeah. Normally it comes off a little bit bigger pieces. There we go. Does anybody else have any egg peeling hacks that always work for you? Oh, and of course I've just ruined that one. That's all right. So it's one. Actually,
usually try and make sure mine always like a little bit of running water.
Yeah, I did. Or in water when you're opening them.
Yeah, I often do it under the sink with running water. A little bit of running water on them. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let us see. So I'm going to copy and paste the recipe. So all I do is open it up. Let's see. I will pop in the chat the link, but you should be able to just find it anyway. All right, so don't forget host rewards. So limited time at the moment, you actually get a bonus. From now until Tuesday, the 6th of September, you get a toolkit with your host reward. So even more reason for you to invite 2 extra people to our virtuals or have a cooking experience in your own home. Let me, oh no, it'll be in the top drawer. I will show you our toolkit, which is just fantastic. So especially if you've got a caravan or you go camping, I've got this one. So you've got beautiful pair of scissors, lovely peeler. You've got your ice cream scoop, which is also great for scooping out your cucumber seeds or your pumpkin or rock melon, that sort of stuff. This, let me have a look, put it down somewhere clean. This particular knife, so that's just a paring knife, that's lovely. This next one, I use that shape there. I actually use to make my biscotti, and it cuts just the most beautiful thin pieces of biscotti. It's fantastic, that one. And then this one is for your crusty breads and your cheeses. That one there. And so that's a fantastic host reward. That's a bonus host reward. So you get to choose your normal host reward plus the toolkit between now and the 6th of September. So definitely have a good think about bringing people either on Thursday or having a cooking experience in your own home to get access to that. Which is fantastic. All right, I am going to try another egg while we're waiting for our rice. Did anyone have any other questions? Anything you want me to cover tonight? Pop it in the chat or let me know. Right. Let's see if I can do any better with the second egg. So the other thing too, with when we used the max heat, we would have had some caramelization from the onion and the chicken, but because now we're cooking the rice, there'll be no caramelization left, and all of that flavor will be in the dish, which will be beautiful. Ha! There we go. There's my next egg, and I'm actually going to serve up my biryani in my oval thermo server. Wherever I put that, there's that one. That's a fantastic. So that's a host reward as well. That's a fantastic one to have. Like all the others, keeps your food hot for 2 hours. But this one or a couple of them on your table when you've got guests is really, really good. And don't forget, you can actually have as many cooking experiences as you like. We would just like to be introduced to 1 or 2 new people each time for our business, and for people to actually see the Thermomix in action. There's still, only, I think it's 5% of Australians own a Thermomix. So there's lots and lots and lots of people who've never seen one. And, whether they buy or not, at least then they've seen it and they know what it's all about, which is always great.
Sorry, I was just going to ask Lynn, has she been using hers since I saw her last?
Yep.
And Marlene, we need to do a cooking experience for you.
Yes. And that's the other thing too. Every time you do a cooking experience or a demo, you actually learn something new. It's because we can do different dishes as well each time. Everybody learns something new. Even the consultant sometimes learns new things as well, which is good.
Have you used it, Lynn?
Yes, I have, Wendy. Yes.
Great.
Yeah, I'm much better with it. Thank you so much for firing up my enthusiasm.
Yay!
Yay!
I knew you'd been away last week, and I thought I must follow up and just find out if you're actually using it. So that's
yes,
good.
I am.
Good news. Good news. So are you looking online for recipes, or how are you?
Well, I'm still there's a number of the things through the basic cookbook that I haven't done.
Yes.
And then when I think, I'd like chicken, whatever, I just go on to thermo recipes and it just comes up.
Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I highly recommend in the basic cookbook, highly recommend your pumpkin soup.
Love it.
With the skin on and seeds in.
Do it.
Yeah. Sticky date pudding, of course.
Oh, I've not tried that.
That is delicious.
Then your creamy tomato and salami fettuccine. That's a fantastic 1-pot dish.
Awesome.
Yeah, I use bacon instead of salami, and instead of cream, I actually use light Philadelphia cream.
Well, that's an idea.
Oh, that
It
sounds
actually
good.
makes it. It sounds funny, but it makes it creamier.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just love it. Like my daughter, I think I made it once a week or once a fortnight for about 10 years.
Yeah. It's
Brilliant.
one of Jeff's favourites too. He loves it.
Yeah.
We don't have it very often, but he loves it.
What else? Making your own pastry, making your own butter. That's always a good one.
Little
Good
hint
ones are
with
really
the sticky date puddings. I make them in little patty pan size. So then we freeze them.
Oh, nice.
And
Yeah.
you make the actual sticky date syrup. What do you call it? Sauce.
The sauce, yeah.
Yeah, and you can actually freeze that away as well, and then so you're not eating it all at once.
I'm really sorry.
Really good.
I'm really liking the pizza base.
Yes. Good.
Yeah, I'm really getting into.
Yeah.
We like pizzas. Yeah.
Yes. One of the best ones I've ever had so far, I think it's an American recipe, pesto pizza dough. So you actually make pesto from scratch, put some of the pesto in the dough, and then put little dots of pesto on with your cheese and your toppings when you actually put the pizza in the pizza oven.
That sounds beautiful, Lisa.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely.
What have you made, Mal, lately? You're on mute. Take yourself off mute.
Oh, God, there's somebody else like me.
Own technology. Technology.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
No,
Hello.
I haven't been in a cooking mood lately.
Haven't you?
Oh.
No.
Oh, because you've had
She's had
not
COVID.
well.
COVID and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
anything that's edible.
Have you been?
Awesome.
Were you making your soups in there by any chance?
No, I didn't. I forgot about it. I made it in the big pot.
Yeah, yeah.
So here's our basic cookbook. Are the TM5 one?
Yeah.
Yep. So you can make your own spices. So your garam
That-
masala,
That is
butter,
wonderful. Yeah.
your pastries, your pasta dough. Always
Thai
have
curry, Thai red curry paste is good too.
yeah.
And
There's your boiled rice recipe.
I freeze the curry paste in ice block size.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. So what you do is you work out, or you can work out how much of your favorite couple of recipes, how many grams each recipe takes, and you can put it in baggies in the freezer or little containers in the freezer. So the tandoori paste, the chicken curry and the masala bread rolls take 80 or 90 grams of tandoori paste. So I actually freeze the paste into 90-gram lots, so it's ready to go.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, and also because you're not going to eat that much paste in 3 or 4 weeks. You'll be so sick of it. And it's easier than trying to, dig it out when it's all frozen. Those American style pancakes are beautiful. We actually dilute it a little though by adding more milk. We like ours with a little bit more milk. What else we got? There's the creamy tomato and salami.
Oh, that looks beautiful. I think I'd like to do with the bacon rather than the salami, as you said, Lisa.
Yeah, I'm a bacon fan.
Yeah, I like
that rice salad. That's if you've got a lot of guests coming over, that actually fuels a huge bowl, absolutely huge bowl, and it's multi-layered cooking. So it will feed a crowd. It's awesome. We used to make that at cooking classes all the time. Meatballs with your tomato sauce.
Oh, that is lovely. I've done that. Oh, befriending.
Yes. Yes, and Hungarian goulash is lovely.
I love the chili con carne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the beef strog.
Mm.
Making myself hungry right now.
Mhm.
The Thai chili chicken and basil, that's beautiful.
Oh, I've not
As
tried
well.
that.
That's a huge, a big, it's like 20 grams of coriander and 20 grams of basil.
Mm.
So it's a lot, but it's just gorgeous, really gorgeous.
Sounds beautiful.
Yep. And apparently those chili mussels are to die for people who like mussels.
I love chili mussels.
Not me. Vegetarian sausage rolls. So
Ah,
you
yeah.
can make them and the meat eaters will eat them up.
They
and
don't know. Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't know the difference.
Yeah, it's
Right.
fantastic.
Have you made those potato cakes, Lisa?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Not too bad actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. And I haven't done the cheese souffles, but I make the lemon pudding souffle. Beautiful.
Mhm.
Beautiful. What else we got? So you got your
Oh,
broccoli,
Wendy, you were
beetroot
saying-
salads.
Sorry.
No, go.
Wendy, you were saying the Chinese stir-fry vegetables are awesome.
Yes, one of my go-tos. I love it.
Must
Love it, love it.
do that.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Yeah. And look at the color.
Yeah, great.
Just the color.
Yeah, I love the coleslaw.
Yes. So a
Mm.
thing with your salads, two things is have the dressing. If you're just gonna, go out on a limb and make your own salad,
Mm.
have the dressing in the bowl at the same time because it actually gives a better quality chop to your veg.
Right.
Mhm.
And then also just do it for 1 or 2 seconds at a go, because you can go from beetroot salad to beetroot soup in about 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Mm.
I had all the ingredients on Saturday, so I made it Saturday evening. Jeff and I have been eating it for the last 3 days, but we finished it today. Damn it. I love beetroot salad.
No, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? And for the gluten-free people, that chia and pepito gluten-free loaf is delicious. Like not heavy like a lot of gluten-free loaves.
Mm.
What else? All the hollandaise, the bechamel. So your basil pesto there, whip some of that up and
Nice.
pop it in your pizza dough.
Mm.
The tuna dip's lovely. Hummus as
Oh,
always.
chicken liver pate.
Yeah.
Oh, yum.
So it's only 2 hours, 20 minutes.
Mm.
That's all right. That's pretty good. Your herb
I'm
and
going to
garlic
put
dip,
that on
that's a
my
classic.
to-do list.
Yes. And then you make your yogurt and make your fruit coulis to go with it and some granola.
Oh,
which is
granola.
lovely. Yes. Yes. Yep.
The
Your
creme
peanut butter.
brulee is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fruity dream as well is fantastic because we used to do the sorbet, which is ice with fresh fruit.
Mm.
The fruity dream is actually just frozen fruit and some sugar.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, so the flavor is so much better, and the leftovers don't go rock hard in the freezer either. So that's really good. Profiteroles, gorgeous.
I was trying to,
Ice cream.
I was looking for them today and I was calling them eclairs and I was like, I'm sure.
Yeah, there are some eclair recipes in cookie dough.
Yeah, I found them,
yeah.
but that's what I was
Yeah.
looking for.
Just your plain old profiteroles. Yeah, and the lemon meringue pie is amazing. And the lemon
Marlene,
cake.
Marl, we can make that.
What's that?
Lemon meringue.
Yeah.
eh?
Oh, brings back memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And yeah, banana bread gets made here probably every second week.
Mm.
Torta caprese, another fantastic gluten-free dish. So you use the almond meal as your flour. which is, oh, and the 2 Easy chocolate cakes, just gorgeous.
Mm.
Apple cake also, stick date, there it is. So
Yeah.
even just in the basic cookbook,
There's
there
so
is
many
so
things.
much. There's
Yeah.
so much, and the shortbread's lovely. And with the shortbread, you need rice flour, and you can make your own.
Yeah.
Don't need to
Brilliant.
buy any for the, you know, twice a year that you make shortbread.
Mm.
Yeah, and hot chocolate. Lovely,
Yes.
lovely.
Lisa,
So yeah,
what was-
even
Sorry, what was the name of the hot chocolate that you can use on that goes hard? Like ice magic?
like Ice Magic.
Yeah,
Let me see.
I thought I wrote it down, but chocolate
Magic
topping, would it be?
Magic chocolate shell.
Ooh.
Magic chocolate shell.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Oh, wow.
And then the one next to it, the Magic Bean chocolate cake, that
Mm.
actually uses a tin of red kidney beans,
Wow.
Wow.
and you'd
Yum.
never know. You'd never know. It's,
It's a good way of getting the
beautiful.
veggies into the children.
Isn't it? Isn't
Mm.
it? Oh, there you go. Magic chocolate sauce as well. So you've got the 2 different ones,
Oh, yeah.
and we can tell. Let's have a look where each of them is from, because you can actually scroll down to the bottom. So that one's from America. The Magic chocolate shell is an American recipe, and the Magic chocolate sauce, scroll down to the bottom, it's an Australian recipe.
Right.
Mm.
So I would probably use the Magic chocolate sauce.
Sauce. Yeah. That looks like it
Yeah.
goes harder, doesn't it?
Yeah, see how it's hard there?
Mm.
Oh, yum.
I'm just putting these all in my my
Yeah.
collections. While we Magic Bean chocolate cake. I've got
Cake, yes. Yeah, that's one I think that was in the recipe community from when we had the TM21 and the 31, and it's made its way into cookie dough. Yeah. So what are the ingredients? There you go, 400 grams of canned kidney beans.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And then, yeah, bit of a meringue topping. So you don't necessarily need to make the Swiss meringue topping.
No.
You can just make the cake itself. And it's gorgeous.
Yeah, no.
Really good. So, and then the Magic chocolate sauce is, there we go, coconut oil, cocoa powder, maple syrup, and a pinch of salt. That's it.
That's
Brilliant.
all right.
Yeah.
And
Simple
No
as.
chemicals
So
in it,
good.
so you can keep it for 6 months in or 12 months in your fridge.
Mm.
What?
Store the sauce in the pantry for a month.
I'd have it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Well, hard
Yeah,
to
and
do
then
that.
just warm it up
Mm,
when you need
Yeah.
it.
cool.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, we've got 1:14 left.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hope we've inspired everyone tonight.
Yeah, I love this chat thing where you can, ask and get ideas, and it's brilliant.
Yes.
Do you know how to use the chat on the side, Lee?
No.
So if you drag down to the bottom of the screen, you'll see you can mute
Oh,
yourself.
yeah, there's a thing that says chat one.
Yeah,
Chat.
click
Yeah.
on that chat.
Mm. Yeah.
And do you see the little message on the side, Lisa,
Yeah.
put the recipe for? Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can actually, down the bottom, you can actually type to anybody or to everybody.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially when we've got a few people on,
Mm.
sometimes it's easier to ask questions in the chat itself.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. So there we go. We've got 13 seconds left. And we're done. So then after this step, you would then do your eggs. But I've obviously shortcut that step. All right. Okay. Let's have a look at this. So that's what
Oh,
it looks
yeah.
like. But
What is-
I am
what does
going
it
to
smell
just
like? Mm.
heaven. Heaven.
I wish I had smell-o-vision.
Mhm.
I know. I know. So I'm just going to fluff it up a little and pop it in. Let me tilt that down.
So what happens to the cinnamon stick? You find that in...
So I've just taken that out.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
Yeah. And then, so the rice has soaked up all that flavor.
Oh,
And then whenever you make a rice dish or a pasta dish, in the Thermomix, it's actually made to then sit in a thermoserver
Mhm.
for a good 5 to 10 minutes to let it finish off and finish soaking up all the flavor. So, you know, even your risottos and the fettuccine that I talked about earlier, pop it in your thermoserver and let it sit before you serve. All right. So from earlier, so then on top of that, you would put your eggs, yogurt, coriander, and some chili. How does that look? That was fantastic. So I'm just going to stick that lid on there. Now, in the bottom of the bowl, you can actually see there's a tiny caramelization mark. With that, handy hint of the day is you actually put some bicarb soda in, a little bit of water, let it sit as a paste for about 10 minutes, and then just use a little scrubby and scrub it off. There's no need to do a lemon wash or to put aside all your egg shells or any of the other things. Just a bit of bicarb soda and it's come straight off. Clean the mixing bowl. We've done our eggs. We've already done that step. Transfer the eggs, run it under cold water, peel and quarter the eggs, place on top of the rice. And then, so we've got Greek yogurt, fresh coriander, chilies, and toasted cashews. And it's done. So I'll just show you the beautiful picture of what it should look like.
Very nice.
And that's it. So I'll dress mine up and take a photo of it looking all groovy.
So your chicken is in the rice there, and the onions and that. Yep.
Yep, everything is in that rice.
Yum.
Yeah,
Mm.
everything except for the cinnamon cool that I pulled out.
Mhm.
Everything's in there, and it all cooked together in the pot.
Lynn may not have
Which is
seen that. I
fantastic.
don't know. Did you see the chicken and the onion, Lynn?
no, that was when I was
Yeah.
having problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we cooked the chicken and the onion, and then put the water and the rice all in there together, and then it cooked with the rice cooker mode.
Brilliant. So it just soaked everything up. Yum.
Yeah, beautiful. All righty. Well, thank you everybody for coming along. Yeah, and then so on Thursday we have got. I'm going to do the peeler. Use the peeler / blade cover.
Oh, good. I've just got one of those.
Do a whole bunch of, talk about a whole bunch of stuff and make the potato salad while I'm doing it.
Yum.
Yeah. So that's at
And-
7 o'clock on a Thursday.
Yeah.
We might end up pushing that, I think, to 8 o'clock because my daughter does training that finishes at 7:30 now. So I can't leave her at the pool in the cold for half an hour. So but this week it'll be still 7:30. 7, I mean,
7.
starting at 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Thursday. So come along and don't forget to invite 2 friends or host a demo with Wendy. And yeah, happy cooking.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed
Awesome.
it. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks
Thank
so
you,
much for
Lisa.
coming along.
Good
Yeah.
night,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you. Thanks for
Good
the
night.
support, Wendy. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Yep. Bye.